To conduct our first session, here we have a Toastmaster who is in various capacities and capabilities in Toastmaster fraternity. Not only in Toastmaster fraternity, he is a professional instrumentation engineer in the gas network OGC. And he's in Muscat last 6 years. And 2018 onwards, he's in Toastmaster. And he's a passionate Toastmaster, and his commitment and perfection, I like it the most. Whenever he take any responsibility, he do it in a perfect, and it means 100%. We can say he will do it in 100%. And to conduct our first session, now let me welcome, with a round of applause, Toastmaster Sridhar Kollepara.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day, DTM George Maladan. I come here with big faith that this panel of DTMs, presidents, vice presidents will give me a hand in my presentation today. It's rather, I expect it to be a learning session for myself to recall and gain knowledge from what we can do as a base camp manager. I see all the people over here are already renowned Toastmasters and well-versed and experienced in managing the base camps. With your vast experience, I'm pretty sure today I will take back something from you people and I will express what I know so that I can get what I still don't know. With that, I would just jump into my presentation. Let me know if you are able to see my screen.
Yes.
Yes, managing base camps. We all know in Toastmasters International, every member in Pathways will be having a username and access. And we always go into the base camp. That's for going through our path and also to submit our projects and complete the levels and the paths. However, the XCOM members do have, few of the XCOM members do have something called a base camp manager access. You can log in as a base camp manager by simply clicking in, login as base camp manager. I know you pretty well know what a base camp manager can do. Can somebody help me out? What are the main tasks or roles or that a base camp manager should play?
To recognize the members' education.
Recognize the members' education, okay.
Or approval,
That's
or give
good.
approval.
Yes, approval. To approve
Yes.
every member who has completed the levels.
Request. Absolutely right. Anything more you can recall? What a base camp manager can see or do?
Monitor. Yeah. Sorry, monitor pathways progress.
Absolutely perfect. Review member progress. Yes. Anything more you can recall, think of? Okay, here comes the next one. As a base camp manager, we do have some accesses to the Club Central. And I think many of the XCOM members also do have some of these privileges, but I will run through this Club Central as well on a higher level. And there is one more task which I feel it took almost some time for me, 6-7 months time for me that I had such access being a base camp manager. That is access members' profiles and paths. Okay, let's jump on to the first one. We will walk through these few slides about what we can do as a base camp manager on these 4 of them. And then we will log in into the Toastmasters International and we will navigate and see how to access and go through these 4 major tasks of a Basecamp manager. The first one, pending requests. When you log in into Basecamp Manager, you will see this icon, pending requests. And when you click on this, this is what the window we see. And it's good that the 2 or 3 Toastmasters club which I have access to, all the requests were approved and I could not find any major requests pending for me to give an approval. So over here in this juncture, we will have a couple of requests about level completions, project completions, and path completions. Our outside Toastmasters activity paths, we'll be able to approve them once they initiate any activity or any project or when they complete the project. This is the location where we generally get the pending requests. This is a straightforward one and most of us know it. Let me go to the next one. Yes, these requests can be attended only by 3 of the ExCom members. Primarily the president, the vice president education, and the secretary. These approvals can be made by any of these 3 ExCom roles. Yes. The next one is review member progress and the club performance. You see, in this particular slide, you have something called as paths and learnings reports. When you click on these reports, you will be able to get into this juncture, member progress. You can see the individual progress of every member, the level completions as a group, as a club. You have multiple options over here. When you click on each of these slides, you'll be able to see how many people are into which path and to what level these paths are completed. Now you can see dynamic leadership went ahead with multiple people. Almost 7 people are into dynamic leadership from this test club. You can click on paths in progress or just a second. You will see the number of persons who are available in each of these club paths, and you can know what percentage of the path they have completed in these. You can actually export this into Excel file from that particular page. We will go through that as well, how to see and review members' progress and club performances, how many levels are completed, where. It helps the VP education and the president to plan to follow up with the members to do their path or level completions for achieving the DCP goals or PQD or CGD goals. Next task is Club Central. The ExCom members do have this access to the Club Central wherein we'll be able to add memberships or submit education awards, go through the history of the club through the club rosters or club officers assignment, which will be done in the beginning of the club and formation of the club or beginning of the term of the club. This is the next thing, and the Club Central will be able to do this one. In the TMI website, we will log in through this and we'll walk through each of these activities, what a club manager or an ExCom member can do. Next thing is accessing member profiles and paths. Do you know that as a Basecamp manager, we will be able to access the path of another member in your club? This is something which I came to know recently when I was a VPE and almost midterm of my VPE position. So these are the 4 tasks. We will walk through them in the Toastmasters International website as a Basecamp manager. If any question, I would encourage you to stop me and ask if required. Oh, sorry, sometimes I do get this taxis where we have 1, 2, 3. That's authentication and login. Okay. So this is the place what I was speaking of to log in as a Basecamp manager. Now, the pending request member progress is something which we mainly do, and managing tutorials are something which also will be helpful for the first timers to go through this manager tutorials, which are really useful and friendly in nature, very user accessible. The primary task is pending requests. So here I don't have any requests, but if you want to search for any of the person's requests which have been made, we can open that and click the submit button to approve the request. Member progress. This is what I was speaking, that you can go from the reports as well. I guess the internet is slow, just we need to bear for a moment. The timer Toastmaster comer, just remind me if my 10 minutes is done, because I cannot see both at the same place.
Yes.
When my screen is sharing.
Yeah. We just reached 10 minutes.
Okay, that's good.
We started 7:27.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good.
I have a question.
Yes, please.
This is regarding the camp manager. This whether he can approve the educational award of other clubs. If he,
No,
the member is
this will
having
be only-
dual membership, if they are dual membership, the member, I have membership in 3 clubs or 4, 5 clubs. So if my base camp manager or club or the base camp manager of this club can approve my educational award, which I submitted in my other club.
We will try to address that question by logging in, and it's no, because you need to select the mother club or the club in which you want to log in as a base camp manager. After this particular session, this slides, I will try to log in as a different club member, and we will see that I will not be permitted as managerial access rights when I log in with, when I choose the club.
It is possible.
My question is not that
it is possible, George Maladan. It is possible. If I am a VP of one club and you have membership in 4 clubs, I can see all your educational paths, and also I can see all the levels. I can check with the member. If he convince, I can register your decision.
No, that is
Means
what
we'll be able to approve. We'll be able to approve his level completion.
Yeah, we have to check with them because he might have given in a different club. So I will be able to register his education level. But it will come to our club. The club, the person who is the VP, it will be registered in that particular club DCP board. As a DCP board.
Is it not that the member chooses to submit his level completion to a dedicated club?
Okay, you share otherwise, because I have membership in 6 clubs. You know, I will show my.
Actually, I do not have it later. But
I will show as an example. You continue. You continue.
Okay, that's good.
Continue.
Yes, please. So this is the place where you'll be able to see all the club level completions or path progress or the individual progress. And the good feature of this is we'll be able to export them. And it is a user-friendly Excel file which I have shown to you in my export. You just click here and you can export it to Excel to see in detail where each member is standing and how they are performing. This is the member progress, what we can see. And the next thing is Club Central, which everyone is very conversant with. We know where exactly to go inside the Club Central. Leadership Central, Club Central. This is where you'll be able to submit any pending education awards. You will have the list of members and the path or which level, if yes, they've completed. I can press this and review award submission, and I can also submit this particular award. That's how most of the club officers, I believe, are having access to this Club Central. Any payments to be made or club roster. This is also a good feature. You can know about which path the member is in or whether they have registered for pathways or not. We'll be able to come to know from this club roster as well. The others are very self-explanatory roles, what we have over here. And one more thing, what I wanted to show is viewing other members' paths, where they're standing. This helps the VP education mostly because if any member is not conversant with the pathways or if he has trouble, initially they do have trouble on how to submit the level completions and how they need to do it. This helps us as a VP education, we'll be able to log in into their path and see whether they have really completed the path or submitted the pathways and learning. And here is a click. We click on the view team and we'll be able to see whichever member you want. You can select it. You can open this curriculum and you can also see whether their levels have been completed and submitted. If you see here, this view certificate, we'll be able to download the certificate for them and we'll be able to even circulate these certificates as a VP education as appreciation to the member. So this is what I have knowledge about being a base camp manager. And I would appreciate if somebody can throw some light if any other activities we'll be able to do as a base camp manager.
Okay, thank you very much, and great. It was wonderful learning experience for us, and you did it meticulously well. And round of applause to our Sridhar. Now.